Alright, so good morning everyone. Actually it's 10:23 and I'm gonna make some a simple tofu stir fry with some collard greens. I got some onion, garlic, pumpkin seeds, spicing it with some curry, some fresh thyme, the coconut amino acids, and a little red pepper, cayenne. Got some mushrooms, red pepper, some firm tofu, and some refined coconut oil to do the stir fry. I use refined instead of the virgin because it does better under heat. So anytime you're gonna do any frying, stir frying, you want to use the refined. And then the raw coconut is good if you're just gonna eat it raw and like melt it over some sweet potatoes or something like that. Take off the outer peel. Put it in here. Put it on medium to low heat. Let your cast iron pot, let the oil warm up. I'm gonna put a little bit more of this coconut, the refined coconut oil in there. Let that melt. Once that melts, you can add the onion. So in the meantime, I'm gonna cut up the garlic. I always take off the ends of the garlic because it has kind of like a little knot there, and then you can cut it anyway. I like to get it nice and small so that it can be dispersed into the stir fry. So the oil is pretty melted now. So I'm gonna add the garlic and the onion. And the next thing I'm gonna add, because it's gonna take time to like get hard and everything, is the tofu. Sometimes it like breaks up and it gets crumbly, which is a nice effect too. I'm gonna do it in small cubes, and I like it when it gets crispy, so that's why I put it in like from the beginning, so it can have a lot of time to get nice and toasty and firm. So now you got the tofu, the onion, and the garlic in there. Next thing I'm gonna cut up are my mushrooms. These are baby Bella mushrooms, so cut them up however which way you like. I like them kind of thin and long, but it's just a preference thing. I'm gonna go ahead and just put the bellas in there now too. Next thing, we're gonna cut up red bell pepper. As you can see, I already cut off the head, so I'm gonna just do half of it because this stir fry is actually just for me. So I like to cut the inside white part out, but again, that's just a preference thing. Sometimes I get lazy and I don't. And for the stir fry, I want to do like kind of thin strips. And then I had a little bit cut up before, so I'm going to throw that in. So the other thing that I'm going to add are some pumpkin seeds. And those cook pretty fast, so I want them to stay crunchy. So I'm not going to put those until towards the end. The other thing I have is some collards. So I'm going to just cut off the tips, that kind of got a little old. And just cut this up. This is also going to go in kind of more towards the end because I don't like to overcook my greens. I like them to stay nice and crunchy and retain as much of the nutrients and mineral content as possible. So that's why I don't overcook them, but I know some people like them really cooked, so again, it's a preference thing too. Alright, so this has been cooking down for about 10 minutes, and as you can see, it's got a nice color. The veggies have cooked, and again, I don't want to overcook them, so I'm going to add the pumpkin seeds and the collards now. I add this. Again, mix it. I'm going to check on the plantains. Looking good. Check them with the knife. They could use a little more time, but they're almost ready for sure. Alright, so you can see that it's looking really beautiful. Got vibrant colors in there. The tofu is getting really crisp. So at this point, I'm actually going to add the amino acids. And this is essentially like soy sauce, so I kind of put it in towards the end. It gives a nice color to the tofu, and then it's just full of flavor. Then just mix it